So ideally, a buff remover, when the enemy's getting a bunch of buffs, is going to be a fantastic choice as to who to go next on your team. So 4-piece Supersonic, the rest of Supersonic, 4-piece OP. That adds up quickly, right? You get 3 buffs, 18% turn rate of kill. Easy. One sippy move, right? And then pinpoint to protect from sheep. Now, there's 2 other options when we talk about Madame Serris builds, right? We can go with Feral sets. Feral is very good on Madame Serris. A 6-piece Feral is ideal, obviously. We're going to start the round with plenty of speed and accuracy, but also block debuffs for 2 turns. Incredibly valuable, especially in this meta. It can be removed though, it's not protected or anything like that, which is why I like this build a lot better. But then we have a 50% chance to prevent the placement of sheep debuffs by the Polymorph Blessing. Well, listen guys, a lot of teams, not all teams, but Polymorph Blessing isn't as widely used as it used to be inside the game, okay, for a variety of different reasons. It's still out there, it's still very popular, it's still very annoying, but it's not as popular as it used to be. A lot of other just alternative blessings, Lightning Cage, Life Harvest, etc., are being used. Temporal Chains on champions like a Fabian, for example, right? So people, for a variety of reasons, people are gravitating away from just Polymorph all the time. Even some Stonecleave Ronddukers or some Crushing Rend here and there are being used along with Soul Reap. So there's a lot of options out there for a bunch of champions, even support champions. I've actually, personally, I've moved, not all, but a few of my supports, I've moved over to Life Harvest, one of my favorite, most underrated blessings out there in the game. Anyway, I digress, because in this game, there's so many revivers, so Life Harvest is incredibly good. Madame Serris, back on. Okay, Dark Resolve, though. I don't know. That's
this task now
let me remove that.
To you.
So when we talk about her blessing, I like Chainbreaker. At the start of the champion's turn, has a chance of removing CC debuffs on this champion. Granted, I have her at 4 stars, so I only have a 15% chance. You can get that up to 20 or up to 25 at 6 stars. This is my personal favorite. You guys can let me know what you prefer on your Madame Serris. I think Molten Deathbell is, of course, maybe the best rare relic for her. It's actually fantastic. Her turn meter increases by 10% when applying Fears and True Fears. And she dishes out a lot of them, right? So Molten Deathbell is absolutely fantastic.
Warrior.
Moreover, we get the, tied for the most important stat on Madame Serris, accuracy, as the first stat. Beautiful, beautiful. In terms of legendary, obviously, Captain Obvious here. Go figure, the Wand of Submission is going to be a great option for Madame Serris. Probably the best option for Madame Serris. Other options for legendary are Hand of Uncreation. Again, accuracy first stat. You get a chance of, keeping her un-CC'd or un-coolbound, if that makes sense. All right, so what do we have for her? We have Supersonic and we have Pinpoint. The third build would just be straight up a combination, whatever you have on your account available, of Perception. You could go 3 Perception sets, it works fine. Or you could go maybe Perception and Supersonic, a mix of those. You could go Perception and Pinpoint, a mix of those. So you do have some options there. But old school accuracy Perception is going to be just fine on Madame Serris as well. Speed, though, is going to be imperative. So we have her speed fast, but the beautiful thing is, when you have Supersonic, you don't have to have your best speed gear on the champion. You can focus as well on accuracy and other important stats. Now, her HP is a bit low, because I have and less than ideal gauntlets on her. Crit rate, crit damage, not really what you're looking for in Madame Serris. She can't deal much
generations
damage,
of
but I
peace
am
had
really
reigned between the kingdom of Karok and the realm of Arabia.
In this one, 32 speed, sign
a peace
me up.
now shattered by King Tabor's brutal campaign of expansion into the neutral lands between the two kingdoms.
Or accuracy, okay? But we really want HP percentage
once revered as a pillar of justice, King Tabor had imposed crushing taxes to finance his war with his former
we have speed, obviously, on the boots. We have accuracy, looking for speed
upon his own
on
people.
the banner, and then we just have HP
the king
on, or as a main stat priority,
reason?
or a secondary stat priority after speed.
On the orders of the Arbiter,
the
company set out to persuade him to renounce his folly and wayward
as well.
policies.
Gosh, I haven't touched these
Even if
masteries
it meant
in forever.
storming
I don't
the
know what
very
the hell. You ever look
gates
at
of
old masteries? I'm
Karok
not even going to
Castle.
cut this. I could cut it, but I'm not going to. I want to prove my
Karok will
point. You ever look at old
not
masteries
fall
on any of the champions that you have played for years?
There are multiple
and
stages of defenders.
You're like, what the hell was I thinking? Why did I go with Sniper? Sniper literally does nothing. on a
This
Madame
is where you
Ceres.
select your
Why do I
team
have?
and
I have no
review the
idea what I
enemy
was thinking.
champions before
So
each
these
battle.
masteries, otherwise, they're
Each
totally
champion
fine.
has
You
unique
want charge
skills
focus,
and an
swarm
affinity
smiter,
that makes
pinpoint.
them
You want to
weak
start
or
with
strong
accuracy.
against another affinity.
More of Steel not going to help her out on this build, but it's fine option.
Magic beats
I would
spirit,
go Cycle of
spirit
Magic
beats force,
and Lasting Gifts
force
to
beats
extend the
magic.
duration potentially of
Void
the
is
block
special.
debuffs to 3-turn
Void
duration.
champions
So that would
have
be
no
what I would do
direct
instead
weaknesses
of
against other
Sniper,
affinities.
right? We would go here. We would
You have
go
only
from
two champions.
Swarm Smiter
Let us
to
pick your
Cycle of
team.
Magic to Lasting Gifts instead. Otherwise, I like this. I love Resurgent on her. I wouldn't
Well
even
done.
mind going
Notice
maybe
that your leader
Improved
has an
Parry
aura
and
skill.
Wisdom of
These
Battle
provide
as
special
well,
bonuses
instead
to
of going
all
2
allied
on the support
champions in
side.
the
So you do
battle.
have some options there. Do I have to pay here to redo it? Yeah. I'm not going to pay 150 gems just to get rid of a Sniper.
The
But yeah, there's
arrows
nothing
above
on her
each
that would
enemy's
benefit
head
Sniper,
show how
right?
your
Fear doesn't
champion's
count.
affinity matches
True
up
Fear
against
doesn't count.
theirs. An affinity
And this is already
advantage
100%.
means a more
You know,
effective
like,
attack,
that's it.
more damage,
That's it. We're
and a
good.
higher
Let's go into
chance to
battle.
crit.
Let's take a look at this team. We're going to have a little bit of fun this Halloween. Oh my gosh. I could have sworn I was in Platinum for this video. We'll get to Platinum. Check a look at this team, guys. Here's the problem. They buffed Fortis, and I hate to say it, Clarion, but you did a lousy-ass job on Fortis. You really did. You really did, man. He still doesn't deal enough damage. Moreover, the secret ability that can be unlocked at a 40% a rate on Astral Terrors, there's nothing else happening. It's 30% ignore defense. There's no ignore, like, to have a secret ability, a secret skill in raid, I want a block revival. I want ignore all defense. I want something crazy to happen, especially on a Void freaking Legendary, you know? I mean, come on. Come on. That being said, he is the most fear synergistic nuker in the game. As a matter of fact, increases the chance of enemy skills failing by 15% when those enemies are under fear or true fear. He brings his own true fear that can't be resisted by targets under fear? Okay, bro. All right. This secret skill, Astral Terrors, is hard-hitting nuke. Kind of hard-hitting nuke. Has a 40% chance to be unlocked for one turn whenever a fear true fear is placed on an enemy. Hence,
each champion
we're
can equip
rocking
up to 6
Fabian.
artifacts.
My man is the
Select
king
the
of fears and true
artifact and
fears
equip your
and whatnot.
champion.
And the queen of fears and true fears in Madame Ceres, right? So a lot of chances going before Fortis to unlock his ability. The only problem is I need a speed booster, and I need a speed booster with increased defense, and I'm not going to run Six. So I'm going to run Grand Oak Podrick, who brings the increased defense for Fortis, on his passive, and the Terminator boost, and a cleanse, and an increased speed. Hell yeah. All right, what are we missing here? A reviver. But what are we not going against? You'll see this. It's actually pretty shocking. We don't go against a lot of polymorph. Granted, there's not a lot of awakenings on this team, and frankly, it's a pretty easy team to start with. But I mean, Volcanos always has to be contended with. So we're gonna go in with a cleanse and a.
Congratulations, you leveled up. Every time you level up, you'll get full energy, gems, and sometimes you'll even unlock new features. And here are your rewards from battle. With this artifact, you'll have enough to equip a full set. Let's go. Artifacts can be equipped individually, but come in sets of 2 or 4. Equipping full sets can give you huge stat boosts, special abilities, or add special modifiers to your attacks. Special icons will show which artifact sets a champion is equipped with. Tap on the set icon to read more about which bonuses it gives to your champions. This set boosts your champion's HP by 15%. Life artifacts come in sets of 2, meaning you can gain a huge 45% HP boost with 3 sets. Let's upgrade this artifact and improve its bonuses. Excellent work. When you upgrade artifacts to certain levels, they gain new substats, giving your champions an even bigger boost. You have learned well. Keep strengthening your warriors. I shall return in time to teach you more.
Having overcome the castle guard, the company leader called to mind how the Banner Lords had cried out their allegiance to their king, but also to Seroth. Was the king's warring folly prompted by the will of the Lord of Darkness? Upon interrogation, a fallen knight confessed that the king had not been seen at the castle for many a month. His orders were being relayed by messenger from his encampment on the Eastern Front. This meant only one thing. The company would have to pass through the war-torn city of Arnok.
Welcome to... This basic arena play is split into two types, offense and defense. Once you set your arena defense, that team will fight against other players on your behalf. These battles happen automatically and you won't control each one. Arena offense is different. You target another player's defense, you pick your team, and you go to battle. You control everything. The Battle tab contains your list of opponents. Arena battles are tough, so make sure you check each team's champions before entering a battle. This shows your current arena tier, your current points total, and the time remaining until the ranking period ends. This is where you set your arena defense. Make sure you keep it up to date with your strongest champions. Putting out your best defense is the key to climbing the tier rankings. You'll need to set your arena defense before you can start fighting in the arena. Good luck.
The once glorious city of Arnok had fallen into ruin, famine, and great sorrow. Peopled by desperate refugees, it had become an unclean place made darker by unknown horrors spawned in the encroaching shadow. To go through it safely would take days, to go round it much longer, so the company agreed to pass beneath it. They would venture into the foul city sewers, albeit risking the known danger of intruding on the territory of the lizard men. After dispatching the lizard men tainted by the shadow, the company waylaid a messenger bearing a missive from the king. They demanded that he direct them to the royal encampment. Trembling for his life, the emissary pleaded that he knew nothing of such a camp. He had only ever received the sealed messages from a hooded knight at the catacombs of the Temple of Narbuk. Emerging from the sewers, the company set their compass northeastward and began a long and arduous trek to the catacombs. At last, they arrived at Narbuk, where the temple was now consecrated to the cult of Siroth. Guided by their torches, they entered the catacombs where the wind howled with the anguished screams of the restless dead. As they sank deeper into the vaulted galleries, a voice on the wind became ever more distinct, now echoing words of protest, now prayers to Lamea, the goddess of light. The company crashed into a chamber to find King Teba strapped to a chair, his captors forcing a brew down his throat. They made short work of the aggressors, then cut the king from his binds. "I have been bewitched," he began in rasping breaths, "forced to declare war on Arabia." Then, handing them his royal signet, he said, "Ask Queen Eva forgiveness for my forced betrayal. Thank her for giving refuge to my people, and request her help to find the cause of this shadow." To gain entrance into Aravia, they would have to pass through the Dark Wood to Felwyn's Gate. After a 3-day trek, they reached the edge of Durham Forest, home of the Dark Elves. The elves promised safe passage to those who would pay the toll. Showing them the signet of the king, the company claimed right-of-way as bearers of the monarch's word. But the Dark Elves recognized neither king nor queen and attempted to take their toll in blood. The ugly truth of the Dark Elves was now known. Preying on the desperation of the refugees, they had offered 2 paths. The rich man's path, offering safe passage to Felwyn's Gate, and the poor man's path, leading to the belly of the dragon. The company blazed ahead to meet the Elven Queen of Aravia, an ancestral ally of Kirok. Known for her exceptional beauty, she was also a famed mistress of the old magic. So our heroes joined the torrent of hopeful exiles traveling eastward to the promise of sanctuary among the High Elves.